Hi! Ako po si Mike Francisco at ito po ang Litrato Philippines. Mapapanood niyo mo kami dito lang sa Radyo Bandido TV, simulcast on DCRD 8:10 AM at sa Sky Cable Channel 224 and digital boxes and free-to-air TV at sa aming social media account, facebook.com/DCRD 8:10 AM at ang aming official YouTube channel. Kaya subscribe, like, and follow and share. See you there!
Litrato Philippines, hosted by Mike Francisco, showcases a variety of wonderful, uplifting beauty queens from all over the world, Philippine tourism, culture, and lifestyle, and issues being faced in our country. Catch them Monday to Friday on Radio Bandido TV, Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, digital free-to-air Channel 29, Facebook.com/DZRJ 8:10 AM, and YouTube channel DZRJ 8:10 AM, Radio Bandido.
Ayan, magandang gabi po sa lahat po nanonood ng Litrato Philippines at araw po ng Miyerkules, October 11. At actually, we are still waiting for Miss Earth, tawag dito, Queens, no, na may interview sana namin. But since naroon naman akong kasamang co-host for today, later on, papakilala ko siya uli. Iniimbitahan muna namin kayo manood namin programa Litrato Philippines. Mapapanood nyo kami ng live by Sky Cable Channel 224 and all TV boxes and DTT boxes nationwide. At syempre, mapapakinggan nyo rin po kami sa aming talapahitan, DCRJ 8:10 AM at sa aming social media account, facebook.com/DCRJ 8:10 AM at ang aming YouTube channel, DCRJ 8:10 AM, Radio Bandido TV. At meron din po kaming apps, no? Streamer apps and Radio Garden apps via iOS and Android. Doon search DCRJ 8:10 AM para po mapanood nyo po kami sa buong mundo. And today, no, makakasama natin as co-host ang aking isa sa mga pinaka paboritong kaibigan, no, from Miss Philippines Earth. Siya po ay nag-representative ng Australia during this year, no, Miss Philippines Earth, and won, no, Miss Philippines Earth Fire 2023. Walang iba kundi si 𝗟𝗶𝘁𝗶𝗶𝗽𝗍. Hi, 𝗟𝗶! Magandang gabi sa'yo.
Hi po, kumusta po? And hi everybody who's watching. Hopefully we're all well.
Yeah, no. Anyway, no, since wala yung ating guest, tayo na lang muna magkwentuhan regarding sa nalalapit na rin kasi yung Miss Earth pageant, no. And I've seen, no, si Mina ay pumunta na rin, no, sa Miss Earth dyan sa may Vietnam, no. And other Miss Earth queens are also crown queens, elemental queens are already visited, no, the Vietnam already in order to prepare and also talks, no, about what will happen on Miss Earth this December. And malapit na. And kamusta muna, no, bago ko tanungin kung how excited are you for the Miss Earth? Kamusta muna dyan sa Australia as of now, no? Mainit ba? Malamig? Ano ba yung klima natin dyan? And ano yung situation natin dyan?
Sorry po, if you're talking to me in Tagalog, I can't understand completely, but did you ask me how the
I'm sorry. sorry. No, I mean, before we proceed to ask regarding Miss Earth pageant, no, what will happen in Miss Earth pageant this year, first, we would like to ask what's the situation there in Australia? How's the weather? How's everything, no? Including the climate and also is there any certain issue that currently facing, no, by your Australian government as of now?
Opo. So at the moment, regarding the Australian climate, especially dito sa Melbourne, the weather is very random, which is a little bit annoying. It's been mainit some days here and there, and then also very lamig some days. Ngayon, it's very, very mainit. Sobrang mainit. regarding our government and with issues regarding that, there's actually recently there was a protest for the Aboriginal people here, the First Peoples Nations. They had a protest recently because the referendum, which is to do with the voting here in Australia, is actually now open. So Australians are allowed to go vote for who they believe would be right to represent Australia, since we are a democratic country. So yeah, that's what's happening at the moment here. But
Oh, there's an election right now in your country, am I right?
Appa,
Wow, that's good. Are you also, I'm sure, no? You are voting na uh, for this election as well, no? Do you
but
have your own, do you have your own list of candidates yet or not yet?
I'm for my votes, I'm just supporting the voice for the Aboriginal people. So I vote yes for that part. Also, I'm just voting for this one political party called the Greens because they support a lot of the climate movements and stuff regarding the environment. Other than that, yeah, that's all. That's all so far. But
Actually, recently, no, after the attack from Israel by the Hamas
mm,
militants of Palestinian, no, Australian governments condemned the attacks and support, no, at the same time, the Israel for this barbaric attack made by the Hamas in Israel. So, as a citizen, how do you feel your government support in an ongoing war in Israel?
honestly, just if they're not supporting the Palestinians who've been fighting for their voice for years and years, then honestly, I don't have much say to the Australian government, rather than I'm disappointed if they choose to not support those people, because what the Palestinians are doing, they're fighting for their voice, and I believe that's rightfully so. And I just hope that this negativity and then this corruption within that country eventually subsides, because I don't support any of the corruption or the negativity, and millions of innocent people are just being killed daily, and it's only gotten worse. I saw on the Daily Mail news that they're live streaming it. They've been live streaming it for quite a while now, but and
Mhm.
it's just horrendous what's going on there.
Actually, no, it was devastating, no, for us to see destroying the buildings in Gaza.
But
Actually, we cannot blame the Israel, no. They after for those people who attack and kill their people, no,
mm,
in Israel at the same time, no. Women, children, and elderly was killed, no,
mm,
during their attacks, and actually they already sent no a warning no in Gaza for the resident or the people or community in Gaza to leave no that particular place
mm,
because they were going to go after for the militants who will be the ano no the one who made the attack in Israel recently
mm,
no and it is so sad. No, I've seen
mm,
an elderly has been captured, women,
mm,
children, and actually, when we see the devastated city of Gaza, I was so very sad. No, as
mm,
it seems, no, aside from the environment has been destroyed, the city has been destroyed as well. People lives are definitely at stake at right now.
but
Um, and I hope no the war will be over no for
ako
the
din.
next few weeks or days no and I mean we're praying it will not need get longer anymore no I hope
Mm,
the peace will be made from both sides in order to avoid no killing people from each other. At the same time, actually, I was worried to our Miss Earth fire also. Nadine, uh,
ay,
Nadine Ayub, if I'm not mistaken. She's also Miss Earth Palestinian and won Elemental Queens Miss Earth Fire, if I'm not mistaken.
talaga?
Um,
What?
this year, no? And actually they had, no? a meeting and get together with other Miss Earth Queens in Vietnam recently, no, a past few days ago. But because of the war, no, ongoing in Israel and Gaza, I think he is not able to get out, no, of the country right now, no, or maybe she is on track. I don't know where she is. I'm trying to communicate her, no, in her Instagram as well, no, which is she is also active, but recently she did not post anything yet, no, and I hope she's okay, no, and hoping this matter would be subside soon, and hopefully the world peace, no, will be
Yeah.
on top, no, among us, no. Actually, many countries wishing, no, to stop the war. Actually, not only for Israel and Palestinian war as well, but also in Ukraine and Russia. No, it's
Yes.
been almost a year, and still, no, they are uh, having a war on each other, no, until now, until this day. No? Anyway, how about the? I mean, actually, no, like what you said, you in your country right now is so hot, no, the weather today is so hot. So how's the I know your country is also very active when in terms of wildfires, no, in the forest. Since the weather is hot, no, in your country, how's
Opo.
your forest? How's your forest in Australia nowadays?
Uh, Ngayon, it's okay, but I'm concerned for the future because we've been calculated to have a drought season here in Australia and our hottest summer ever, which is very scary. So fingers crossed that we don't have any more drastic bushfires like we did a few years ago. Because honestly, it was hard to come back from that bushfire. So if it's gonna become more hotter this season, then I'm really speculating that it will be a lot more disastrous if we do have another bushfire.
Mm-hmm. Yes. No, and actually, recently I was playing with the TikToks, and when I was doing some spirit beast, no, koala appear, no. How's the koala in Australia right now?
They're good. They're good, but just we have to make sure that if there is a drought season and all of that, that we do prevent damages on these animals that need more protection than us because they're not able to protect themselves as much as we can from what Mother Earth decides to do because their climates are affected. So hopefully this time running we do more prevention than we do try to prevent it when it's happening in the moment. So yeah, they're good. They're good though. They're good at the moment. Oh.
Is koala is already placed in endangered species in your country? Not yet.
I believe they are, Paul. I believe they are. I haven't checked recently if they've gone up from that or if they're no longer endangered, but I believe they still are.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to check again.
So, do you think the number of koala bears are decreasing in your country right now?
Honestly, I believe they are, just because I don't think I've seen the government do much to try to retain their habitats, and also considering with the way the weather is going to go at the moment, but I honestly believe that they're not going to survive as much as I want them to. Unless Australia does something now, which I believe there is room for it to do something now, especially with the referendum. So yeah, fingers crossed that we do something to help prevent their habitats from deteriorating even further.
Mm-mm. And actually, I've seen in some videos, koala is one of the slowest bear I've ever seen. No, do you, do you have any experience? I mean, having a close contacts, or I mean, close intervention with the koala bear? And I mean, have you touched it already? Do you have any idea? Is there a law? Is it allowed to be a pet, or is it also people do take care of koala bears, and how?
So I've had a close encounter with a koala because of the zoo. So a lot of the animals there are usually put in a zoo because they are endangered, so that
Mm.
they can be monitored and also help their race, reproduce more of their kind so they don't become endangered. So that's the only time I've actually had a close encounter. I don't think I've ever experienced any deceased koalas, fortunately, which is good. But yeah, a lot of the efforts to keep their race existent is at the zoo here in Australia. So I believe that's the only way you can see one, unless you do get lucky and see them in real life. Most of the cases, it's pretty hard to see one though in another
Oh.
scenario other than the
Mm-mm.
zoo. And I believe you have to have a license to be able to take care of one because they are endangered species.
Also, I mean, you mean they are hard to find, no, in the forest right now, in Australia.
Oppa, not even just right now, po. It's very hard to spot one in the wildlife. I think they're very picky with where they choose to live, which is good because I've rarely seen a koala, and I've been here in Australia for basically my whole life, so I've only seen one in the zoo so far.
Mm-mm. Do you have a contact with Mrs. De Leon, one of the national director of Miss Earth Australia as well?
Uh, I don't think so, po. I don't think so, but I know one of the people who helps run Miss Earth Australia. I don't remember her name, but I think I have her on Facebook, po.
I see. No. Are you thinking also to join Miss Earth Australia so that someday that you'll be represent Australia as well, aside for being a Filipina?
Uh, I've got my eyes on another pageant, po, because since I'm young, I have so many
Oh yes.
options.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot
I
of
do know.
options.
But you will do it in the Philippines, not in Australia.
Siguro, because at the moment I'm just trying to do whatever's easiest for my mom since
Mm-mm.
she stresses more than I do sometimes, po. So, and I need to focus on my studies as well. And I think after getting experience, a lot of experience from the Philippines, my original pageant, I think we'll see where I go. We'll see where I end up, po.
Yes, I hope so. I hoping to see you soon again in another pageant here in the Philippines. And no worry, I'll back you up, and we will support you all the way, no, and
Ah,
promote you as well. Oh,
maraming
because you
salamat
are
po.
no, oh, because you're our friends. Anyway, recently, no, like I said, no, Miss Earths are coming. And
Mm,
have you scout or researched some candidates in incoming Miss Earth aside from Miliana? That I know we are betting for
yeah.
her to win, no,
Opo.
the Miss Earth 2023. Aside from Miliana, do you have any candidate that definitely have a pick on you? I think, can you name at least seven candidates or country? If you don't remember the name, you can mention the country that you might be favorite. No, so maybe you will able to mention six. No, because Ilyana is also already in the list on the seven candidate that you might able to think that they will win. No, Miss Earth and Elemental Queen this year, 2020.
Ah, Puerto Rico, the one with the blue eyes.
Yeah.
She's so pretty. She speaks English
Mm-hmm.
as well and her own
Mm-hmm.
language. So I'm like, Oh my gosh, I looked at her Instagram and I was blown away. She's just gorgeous and I feel like she's got a big chance.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, po Ate Ileana, because she's our bet,
Yes, of
and she's
course.
from the
Oh.
Philippines, and she's amazing, and she's a hard worker, and yeah. Uh, Netherlands, because she's also very pretty, and I
Mm-hmm.
believe that also, because we had an interview with her,
Mm-hmm. See
before, but
Noah. Yeah, Noah
Noah,
Klaus, if
yes,
I'm not. Yeah.
yes, and I think her English is pretty good, so I think
Yes.
that's a start. Um, I'm trying to remember the other ones.
Which one? The
Mm,
one we interviewed?
yes, yes po. Noah, Noah.
Hindi, I
I
mean, the other candidate that you were thinking, is it from Latin country as well?
think there was another one from a Latin country, but she majors in communication.
Yeah, I do remember, but I just forgot what
I,
country she is. No.
uh, yeah, but and she ran a fashion show. She did a
Yes.
fashion show.
Yes, yes, she do a fashion show as well. No, she's a
Yeah,
model, no, and then touring around other country. That's what she said earlier. No, when we
oh,
interview
but
her.
I
Mm-mm.
forgot
Eh,
what country, but Latin country. I'm pretty sure. But
yes, this is a Latin country. She told me that she told us that she made some modeling experience in Europe and also in other parts in America as well. No, so
Uppa.
I'm sure. No, she is from the Latin country. Anyway,
Yeah.
since the Miss Earth are coming, are you also thinking to visit uh the coronation night this year 2023 in Vietnam? It's also is one of your uh idea or thinking that you will um be able to be on the finals night, or if ever Miss Earth organization interview invites you to be there or one of their hosts, will you willing to come?
If it was for the Miss Earth Philippines, I think I'd be more able to, but for the Miss Earth, the grand coronation, I really wish I could go to Vietnam to support Atiana. However, I have my nanu's
Mm-mm.
80th birthday in the same time, so
Oh,
yeah. So we're
I
going to Bali
see.
then, but so I'm not able to go
Oh,
to Vietnam.
mm-mm. Aside from Philippines um in Australia as well, do you have any places that you already visit and you want to go back as well?
Hmm. Mm, definitely the Philippines, of course. I have my
Mm-hmm.
second family there in the Philippines, and yeah, yeah. Also maybe Thailand, because I was there in Thailand last year, but and I love it there as well.
Mm-hmm. So Bali is Indonesia right now. Have you already been there a couple of times, or is this your first time to visit Indonesia?
I've been to Bali maybe like three or two times now, but it's great there. I love it.
Mm-mm. How
Mhm.
about Vietnam? Have you visited Vietnam already?
No, I haven't, but my mom and I were actually we were planning to go to Vietnam, but then my nanny's birthday on the 80th, so we weren't able to, unfortunately, but I hope to go there
Mm-mm.
one day and try their good food. They have great food there, but have you been there, but
Not yet. How about
not
Japan? Is it also in your list?
of course, but Japan, Korea, I think they're the amazing places of Asia. Have you been to any other countries in Asia, but
Actually, no, before, no, we visit some places in Thailand, no, Phuket.
Ah,
Uh, and um,
Phuket.
mm, my friend, we've been there around 3 days.
Ah,
Way back around, I'm not a media yet on that place. On that time, no, I'm
Mhm.
a chef from the
Oh,
hotel,
wow.
and she asked me to travel with her, no, in order to have some fun and experience some things that we didn't experience here in the Philippines. So we've been there for around 3 days and go back because we have a work, no, as a chef.
Mhm.
So we need to go back in our work. And after that, no, I never had an opportunity to travel again. I have an invitation in some country like um uh other places in Thailand. When I met
Mhm.
Miss Earth Thailand before, she has a resort in I don't forget I forgot the province in Thailand, but she told me she has a great resort there so that I can visit, and also in Nepal, no.
Okay.
When I met not the recent one, no. The recent one actually was best candidate of Miss Earth, Miss Earth Nepal, because um actually she is one of the richest candidate during that
Wow.
time, and yes, her father is one of the secretary of the states in their country, and also, no, she lived in glamorous life, and actually she told me that she was trying to um get to be not to reveal, no, that she is a government uh, official child, only
Mhm.
child, no. That was what she told
Mhm.
me, no. And actually her parents visit also here, no, during that time, and
Mhm.
I confirm, no, from my friends from the embassy of Nepal that her father is one of the secretary of the state in their country. So ano, she was invited, not her, the previous one before her, no. She invited me
Opo.
because one of her tourism officer visited, no, the Philippines,
Mhm.
and asked us, no, to promote Nepal as well, and asking me to go there to visit, no, in order for me to experience the best tourism in Nepal, no. That was he said, no, during the time we had a meeting here in the Philippines. But unfortunately, because of my work, no, as a broadcaster, I don't have any friends who will take over my program, no. So I can take a risk to hit a 5 days vacation with Nepal. So I decided not to go, no. And likewise, I
Mm.
was planning to, ano, my friend also asked me that she want to visit Korea, like what you were thinking.
Mhm.
I was thinking as well, no, to visit Korea, no, because I do have friends from Japan, but since most of my Filipino friends also living in Japan, they told me it was very expensive in
Opo.
Japan. I need a
Sobrang.
lot of money. I need a lot of money to enjoy, no, the Japan culture, no. That's what she said, no. And she told me that he also recommend to visit Cambodia, but unfortunately, Cambodia is not actually not safe on that time when we talking, no, because I think they have uh, an government issue about
Mm.
rallies and uh, and other political issue in their country during that time. So I didn't go also in Cambodia, no. But my friend
Mhm.
asked me to go there with her, no. When we find out that there's an issue in Cambodia, we didn't uh, take opportunity to book.
Mhm.
Anyway, also, no, in Miss Earth right now, no, I heard this already 100 plus candidates this year, no, and
Oh,
I hope it
wow.
will not. I hope it will not change, and still, no, able to I mean, they will attend, no, the coronation night. I mean, the pageant itself, no, this
Oh,
coming December. No, I think they will start on November. I heard one of the candidates they will be going around November 23, something like that, or November 22. That's what she said.
Miss Earth po or Miss Earth Philippines?
Miss Earth.
Ah, okay.
Oh, because December is the coronation night, right?
Opo,
Uh, December 16, 15. I just forgot. Bubbles. Um, I hope no everything will be fine and everything will be going smooth and most of the candidates will enjoy no the
ako din.
travel in Vietnam no. Are you also wishing to uh, to participate again on Miss Earth? But as you said no, earlier that you're thinking of another pageant. I will not ask what pageant is that as of now, but through your mom advice, she also told you that you will be able to join Miss Earth again, not in Philippines but also in Australia as well. Since Ma'am De Leon is a Filipina who's a national director of Miss Earth Australia, it might have um, I will not actually say that you might be her favorite, no. But actually, it's just a judge call, no, to choose the Miss Earth, no,
Opo.
not the national director itself, unless, no, it was like other country assigned, no, or
Mhm.
pick, no, a candidate for them to represent their country. There's such some country that they already picked no some candidate no of Miss Earth. Actually last year Malaysia has been selected only, not been choose no as a winner of the pageant. Because for
Mm.
what I know, she was a Miss Earth 2019 and not able 2020 and not able I'm sorry, 2019 and she's because of the pandemic and she as a doctor she's not able
Represent.
to focus and focus as
Oh.
well no, on Miss Earth no because
Mhm.
she was so busy in the pandemic situation in their country and health is one of their priority no to save their people in Malaysia that during that time. Like now, she is the current national director of Miss Earth. No, I just forgot the name of that doctor that already represented last year at Miss Earth Malaysia, and she's the national director. And they did the pageant, and they already crowned a new Miss Earth Malaysia. I don't know
Hmm.
yet why we didn't have an opportunity to interview Miss Earth Malaysia yet, but I
Mm.
hope they will send it to us as well. No, maybe because of the time. For what I know, Malaysia and Philippines are almost the same time. Maybe the candidate are not available during 10 p.m. No, but I was so
Mm.
amazed. At you, even you are around 3 hours ahead from us, you're still able
Mhm.
to be with us, no, and join us with our interview. Not only for um, interviewing our candidate, but also giving us an update and some hints, no, on Miss Earth
Oh.
2023. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Anyway, as a beauty queen, no, um, do you think pageant nowadays is very necessary to be after the pageant they will go to the entertainment or showbiz as an actress uh, or maybe a broadcaster or reporter. What do you think? Now, because some of the queens that I've known, no, after the pageant, they decided to go on the entertainment, and some of them decided to go as a broadcaster as well, or a side court reporter on basketballs. Um, as a beauty queen, do you think it's also necessary, or it is a choice?
Yeah, I believe it's really it's a choice because I don't think you should push yourself into an industry that is it's very demanding, coming from pageantry. It's a very demanding space in the industry. So if you want to continue pushing yourself, if you like being the center of attention, which most beauty queens do, then go for it. But if acting isn't your forte, then there's so much you can do in the showbiz industry. So don't be scared. And there's a lot of variety. And yeah, just go for it if you choose to. It's not necessary. At the end of the day, you have time to pursue your dreams. So don't rush things.
And for what I know, no, most of the beauty queens nowadays, after the pageant, some of them are continue their study because they are young. Like you, what you are doing after the pageant, you're
Mm.
still continue your education, and some taking a career, and some putting some business, and some people are still no looking up for another pageant to join.
Opo.
And actually, no, I was thinking, no, um, why do you think, no, most of the beautiful women and also, no, models and likewise some personality chooses over to join pageant than any other else like entertainment? They choose pageant first, and then they go after the entertainment on the second option. Why you think so?
Uh, I think that's the case because when you go into pageants, it's kind of you fall in love with the things that come along with it. You fall in love with making lifelong connections, like I did
Mm-hmm.
myself. When I joined the Miss Philippines Earth pageants, I made so many friends from the other side of the world that I still talk to today. So that's one of the
Mm-hmm.
things. Number two, you fall in love with being able to love yourself more. Pageants give you that ability to be more confident in yourself, and it's very hard to find nowadays. Number three, also, you're stepping out of your comfort zone continuously in a pageant. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why the girls continue to do pageants over showbiz because it's more rewarding, it's more rewarding faster. Pageants give you more faster than showbiz does.
Wow, no, and maybe some people or some girls also want to experience how to be a beauty queen, because they will
But
learn a lot from not only to get along with the other people, and also get along with the other places or country, but also they will learn no more new things aside from the beauty pageant, but also uh, on their advocacy as well. No, some people
Opo,
love or to practice their advocacy. I just forgot your advocacy during that time that
totoo.
you joined. What is it?
It was waste reduction, but now
Wait,
it's more broad now.
what is it?
Uh, my advocacy when I joined Miss Philippines Earth was waste reduction, but now that I've won a title, I feel that I can talk more just in general, just about climate issues. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, it started at waste reduction, but now it's just the whole span of climate issues.
I see. No, do you think when you're joining another pageant, are you still bringing this advocacy of being an environmentalist, or you were thinking another um, uh, advocacy that you will order to present, no, on your next pageant? Don't mention the pageant, but about the
Mm-hmm.
advocacy. Are you planning to change your advocacy on it?
I mean, I definitely won't change my advocacy because I feel like having climate concern has always been prevalent for me since a young age. So
Mm-mm.
I think that I'll always take, my love for the climate on my shoulder alongside my other advocacy for my next pageant. So I will always be talking about it here and there, you know, and trying to spread awareness, because at the end of the day, I am the inheritor, like my generation is the inheritor of the new world. So I guess it's kind of also a necessity that we continue talking about these things.
And what would be, you know, your next advocacy? What do you think it is?
Definitely, I want to focus more on mental health and just because it's just a very I want to be specifically targeting like the part of like confidence in young women specifically, and how that relates to mental health. Like a lot of the societal issues that cause women to have such a bad image of themselves nowadays. That's maybe more into specifics, but eventually I'll develop the idea more as I do a bit more research. But yeah, that's it so far.
Actually, yesterday, in October 10th, was the World Mental Health Day. No, and actually, one of my friends also told me that please do support the mental health issues as well. No, and likewise, no, it's been also need an attention, no, to attend, no, because many people suffering mental health, but sometimes they didn't know, no, they have a mental health issue already, no, and she also told me that we need to understand those people. Sometimes, no, depression not only comes, no, attack us most of the time, but also we need to take care of them and guide them to handle those depression in order to avoid, no, like what you said, no, suicide, especially for the teen or the young ones, no, because they are vulnerable and they didn't think. I mean, I'm not saying that they are not thinking right, but sometimes, no, they are too easy, no, to be depressed and lost hope, no, because they are young, no, they were thinking they are hopeless, something like that, no, and they are not they don't have enough power to fight on struggle, and sometimes they choose to give it up, no, like what you said, no, it's important for us to help and assist them. And do you have any idea on your part, no, as like you mentioned, mental health, how can we help, no, this issue through the young people that they are suffering, some of them on mental health issues?
Just making the resources more known, because a lot of the times it can be really hard, especially when your country doesn't provide the mental health resources that it's needed. I mean, Australia is doing pretty well, but there's also some sectors, there's some areas that are lacking in the mental health industry here in Australia. Like the services usually only range from a certain time till 5 p.m., I believe, here in Australia. And a lot of the times that isn't enough for the people who are suffering, because there should always be an access to services regardless of the time. And unfortunately, that isn't the case in Australia. So yeah, I really just believe that providing the resources through volunteering, especially making also educating more of the Australian population on certain mental health issues and how you can identify them, and how it's okay to understand that you have a mental disorder, because sometimes it's very hard for people to accept that they are mentally ill.
Yes.
And actually act on it. A lot of people choose to keep it in, and usually that's the reason why a lot of suicide happens, is because they don't have the proper resources to tackle their mental health issues. So yeah.
There's also lead of lack of support of the government, no,
Mm.
to provide not only facilities but also resources, no, like what you
Mm.
said, no, for them and able to not to lose hope, no, and they
Yeah.
think they have um they have an opportunity to move on, and I mean, so life goes on, something like that. I mean, they will
Opo.
continue their life, no, and goes on, no. Many people is actually, no, sometimes when they were broken hearted, or sometimes they lost their job or lost member of the family. Sometimes they were thinking also that they will end their life because for them it's already I mean, they are done. They thinking it's an end, something like that. But come to think of it, no, until you are still, no, alive, no, hope are still there, no, and
Yeah.
uh, you can change everything, no. Maybe you are sad today, but not tomorrow. Mhm.
Mm.
Day by day basis will be the best things, no. You have to focus on. Sometimes we're thinking people 5 years from now, 3 years from now, or a year after, but they didn't think what will happen for tomorrow. No, I mean,
Mm.
they are not prepared for tomorrow, and they were not thinking some plans, what they are doing, going to do for tomorrow. They were thinking, I'll be an executive, or I have my own business on after 5 years, no? But
Mm.
she is not, or he or she is not doing something. They was waiting for opportunity to come, no? For her, this
Yeah.
opportunity. Oh, I think the best thing in order for them uh, to be success, and also to be loved, no, and loved by many, um they need to have plan for tomorrow, no. They need to
Yeah.
day-to-day basis plans, no, for them in order to enjoy life, no. And of course, no, to change her life to the best, no. oh I mean, for the best of the things that you are planning, no, to be
Mm.
uh, to be to be someday. I mean, you're planning to be a doctor, or a lawyer, or something like that. No, I have a friend before. He told me he wants to be a lawyer, no, and unfortunately, I saw um uh her courses, no, during the colleges was
Mm.
business ads, no. I told her, are you going to be a business lawyer someday? That's why you take this business administration courses. She said, no, because my family cannot provide me the education that I want, no, to be a lawyer. That's why I chose business ads, for me able to gain more money. Uh, because being a lawyer um is not it doesn't matter if you are young, or around 20 or 30, because she saw, no, or some of the lawyer who take an exams already around senior citizen 65, 60, or sometimes 50.
Yeah.
The age is not actually the matter for to pursue your dreams of being a lawyer, but in some
Of
course
course.
it's not applicable at all, no, like being a doctor, no, because if you're an old and became a doctor at your age, no, I think perhaps like a senior citizen, you will not be able to perform well, just like what the young people can do, no,
Mm.
because they have a lot of strength, and lot of stamina, no, to do their work well. Because being a doctor is not only a skills and mind things, no, it also um need to be, to be unhealthy and able uh have physical physically fit to do that to do
Yeah.
this job, no?
Yeah, there's
Oh,
also sorry po, there's also like to become a policeman, you have to pass a physical exam as well as a written
yes.
exam.
Mm-mm. But here in the Philippines, did they make it easy? Before we had a standard around 5'3" or 5'4" height, but
Ah,
now
okay.
around 5 flat or less than 5 flat can join now, no?
Ah, talaga?
Uh, Oh yes, oh they don't mind the height anymore. No, if you want to be a
Ah,
policeman, it would be fine for them. But before, no, they have a standard to become a policeman. No, oo. But
mhm.
now it's not required anymore. No,
Okay.
including if you are gay or tomboy, something like that, or I'm a part of
Mhm.
LGBTQ, you can still join, no?
Mhm.
With no discretion at all, no? They are all welcome uh, to join, no? To participate in Philippine National Police if they want to, no matter what, no? But they had an age limit, no?
Yeah.
Actually, for what I know, 40 years old is the maximum age
Ah, okay.
uh, for being if you want to join a police uh, force, no, that is the maximum age, 40 years old. But after that, you're not able to to participate anymore or to do a training because, like what you said, is need to be a physically fit because of the training they need to do in order to pass no this courses no. Like I said, it's not applicable to all, no, like the lawyers, even they are too old, they can still
Yeah.
pursue their dreams to be a lawyer because it doesn't matter if you're old and until no you pass the bar exam and you will become a lawyer anyway. I'll give you opportunity. Actually, no, we have already 11 p.m. or 2 a.m. No, in your country right now.
Opa.
Do you have friends to thanks to before we end the program?
Just thank you to Paul Mike for having me on the show again. Appreciate it as
Mm-mm.
always. Also, thank you to the Miss Philippines Earth team as well for getting me these opportunities. I really appreciate it. And I miss you all, you guys in the Philippines. Also, thank you to all of my Delamore family and Passion Productions family for all the support you've given me during the pageant. And also, thanks to my mom and my dad.
Actually, they have a lot of events here in the Philippines. They visit recently Athena. I was wondering where Shaori. Are you also invited to join them, or you
Opo.
are not? But you are not able to attend because of your studies.
Yes, because of my studies po,
Mm,
unfortunately.
it's sad, no? Do you have any
Yeah.
idea? Do you have any idea when you will able to participate or come again with them? What particular month it is?
Not too sure po, but hopefully early next year po. That's what I'm hoping. I can go back to the Philippines early next year and I can see them again.
Wow, no,
Mhm.
I do know your co-queens will miss you a lot, no, including Iliana, Athena, and
Of
Jemima,
course. Yeah.
and Carrie, no, Carrie is too busy as well, no, in her
Yeah, she's always
modeling,
busy po. Always busy.
uh, in her career right now. Anyway, thank you
Mm-hmm.
very much, Shauri, and
Thank
giving us
you.
opportunity to be with us and join us, no, in
Of
our
course.
program. And I hope, no, on our next opportunity to be my co-host again, I hope we will have another candidate for us to interview, no,
Opo.
for Miss Earth 2023. Thank you very much, Shauri, and
Thank you.
good night to all Australian people out there. Thank you very much, and please support Shaoli in any pageant or advocacy that she has right now. and hoping many people will support you also here in our country, the Philippines, as well, because they love you much. Anyway, thank you. Thank you very much, Shauri, and see you
Thank you
again.
po.
And
See
good
you
night,
po.
everyone. See you again
Good
tomorrow
night.
at 10 to 11 p.m. Dito lang sa DCRJ 10 a.m. ang Radyo Bandido TV. Maraming salamat po. And good night, everyone. Bye-bye, Shauri. Thank you very much.
Bye po.
Bye-bye. Thank you,
Thank
people.
you.
Bye-bye.